Good morning. I know what y'all here for. What you looking for? What you looking for? You looking for that roll call. Roll call. Amen. What's up, y'all? Big OG Sid coming at y'all with the story time, story time, story time. Stay tuned because this week I got another crazy ghost story where literally half the prison was decimated. But it's so scary, I gotta save it for later in the week to make sure y'all are right with God, because if you're not, some of y'all gonna die when you see this video straight up. It's that scary, bro. But dude, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, sneak up around that notification first bell, and just put a hit on it straight up. Dude, today's story is about straight up when I was in Salinas Valley. And I had done, I was literally just, it was such a bad race war, but it was so much bloodshed that they couldn't get all the blood off the property. And so this short dude comes up to me when we're on the yard, right? And at this time when I was an OG, literally, I'm kind of, in the Bible, like when people used to bring gifts to King Solomon, like that Persian queen brought him camels with leather. They brought him like oil and wine and gold shekels, bundles of silver, tons of goats and sheep and cows and stuff. That's what happened to me in prison. If you even came to talk to me for any reason, you brought me hundreds of soups, at least a dozen Klonopin, a little bit of that black tar. Straight up, even though I had everything, you brought that to me. So this short dude, and I always thought that he was like a Puerto Rican midget. But turns out he wasn't. So he comes up to me, a couple of his homeboys, and they're like 5'3", 5'2". And he comes up to me and he's like, "What's up? I hope you're well." I'm like, I'm good. What's up with you?" And he said, "Look, my ancient people, all this bloodshed. I know that you're a mighty leader. You're violent. You're OG Big C. You don't make mistakes. Very rare. I make mistakes. It's not common." And he says, "But it's not good. There's too much blood going into the ground." And I said, "I'm listening. What you trying to say?" He says, "I've never shared this before." He said, and it turns out he was from Australia. He's an Aborigine. Yeah, those people, those massive freckles that look like sunspots. No, they're just freckles. They're not sunspots. So he's Aborigine. He comes up and he says, "We've never shared this before with the white man. In fact, we've never shared this with nobody. And I'm the last person in his culture to know about this." And I said, "What you mean?" He said, "I'll be honored to give you this blowgun." I said, "But I ain't blowing no." He said, "No, a blowgun." I said, "I'm listening." He says, "This right here, OG Big Sid, you just put the poison darts in it and you handle your business. No bloodshed." And I'm sitting there thinking about that like, that is genius. I'm sure a Caucasian thought of it, but just, they haven't thought of it yet. You know what I'm saying? And I said, "That's a pretty good idea." And he says, "I don't know where you get the poison, but I know as an OG, all the wisdom you have, you'll figure it out." So I said, we had these mouse traps that were in the prison. Because we had so many rats. Not rats like the homosexual 1090J kind. No, just like legitimate rats with the teeth like this. And so literally, I would take the dart and put the poison on the dart. And then once he told me, and he blessed it and everything, gave me some more presents, and I sent him away in peace. That's how I was in prison. But so literally, dude, after that, the bloodshed stopped. I didn't say the killing stopped. It was a crazy race war. In fact, the number of people that I hypothetically killed actually multiplied by 10. I'm gonna tell you the story of this. We were on the yard. This is the first time I used the blowgun. And so I'm sitting there and I got the dart in there and I'm thinking, bro, if this don't work, I'm gonna kill that Aborigine straight up, bro. He's gonna get poked up. So these black dude over by the dip bars, he and some northerners, and they're just sharpening down the little blades. And I said, "Well, it's now or never. It's now or never." So my solid white, my solid Caucasian. I said, "Let me put this over your shoulder." He said, "All right, that's cool." And I said a prayer and I went, "I'm going for it," because I didn't think it would work. And I went, and bruh, that dart hit that black dude in his trap. He took 2 steps. He was doing some beats and stuff. He dropped out dead. And people looked around. They looked up at the sky. They were looking everywhere, but at OG Big C. And dude, I went over to that Aborigine and said, and I had never done this before, and it's such an honor. And I said, you are an honorary Caucasian. He wept bitterly. He wept bitterly. Tore his clothes, put ashes on his head. He didn't do that. That's a little too far. But the point is, he was honored. And so from that point on, dude, every time we go to war, I would just sit there like this. Only, and you say, well, Big C, that's pretty loud. That sounds like a foghorn. 6 times a day at Salinas Valley. Because Salinas Valley is right on the bay, right next to San Francisco. So we had that foghorn. Or it's a foghorn, but what they do is count time. So I would be taking out 6 people a day, every day, 7 days a week. And whenever, like, we were in the chow hall when it was loud, and the pots and pans were banging around, I'd get me 3 or 4 more. And people would be dropping in their soup, and people were blaming it on ODs. Even some of the Hispanics were blaming it on evil spirits. I know, that's like, what? Come on, bro, that's crazy. And so literally all this stuff is going down. I'm dominating his bodies everywhere. And so one day I decided to go back to my old ways and use a blade. And so, but I didn't finish the dude. So he's on the stretcher, this black dude. And remember, I'm not racist. This is just how it is in the California prison system. I'm not like this on the streets. I love everybody the same. Not the same. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't racist on the streets. And so he's on the stretcher getting airlifted out. And he's got his fist up like this, like, bros, I'm okay. And I said, no, you're not okay. And bro, that hit him right in his forearm. And he started to seize up. And the paramedics were doing this. And they got him on the helicopter, bro. And he didn't make it. And so literally, dude, the best weapon, the best way to take someone out, I hope someone uses this, you know, is make you a blowgun. And this is actually the blowgun that the Aborigine gave me right there. You can see. That's it. And that's how I did it, bro. Straight up, dude. You just blow dart people. Also, I even took out some CEOs with this. There was this heavy-set female guard, right? And she was extremely racist. Always being like, you do this, boy. You do that, boy. Her name was Shanika. She had dreads and stuff. Yeah, she's African-American. But I was tired of it. She was talking down to my Caucasians. And she was talking down to the black dudes, too. Something was on my lip. Hope it wasn't a piece of that poison dart. Just kidding. And she was just talking down to the inmates. It wasn't about race. It was about gender. She was just thinking she was better than the dudes. And I know she ain't better than me. And so literally she's telling this dude, like, you're going to be locked down for the rest of the night. And I said, not today, Bojangles. Dude, you ain't going to believe this. It hit her butt. She had a big booty. It bounced off and hit the lieutenant in the neck. The lieutenant died, right? She turns around and said, who did that? So I loaded up 4 darts, and I didn't know if this was going to be possible, because Yucho, that was the Aborigine dude's name, told me never load up more than 1 dart. But I said, no, this is a big girl. And I went, and all 4 of these darts done hit her in her butt cheek, like, dunk, 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 dunk. And it made that sound, too. And she turns around and starts coming right at me. I don't know how she knew it was me. And I loaded 1 last dart in there. And I aimed right below her weave, because it's like a vein in the forehead. And I went, and it went boom, and she went right there. And that's how they caught me getting bodies with this, and I got shipped out to another prison. One of my solid Caucasians picked this up, hid it in his cell, and shipped it to me in the other prison. But that's the truth, bro. That's how solid I was. I was putting people on blast with a blowgun. Shout out to Ooga Ooga, the Aboriginals. That dude, he's solid. You know, stuff like that. But he's still locked up. I don't know what he did. I think he just backsassed the Prime Minister of Australia. But dude, you should be doing that if you're Aborigine. That's probably why he got a life sentence. I know what you're thinking. Yo, he was in California. Yeah, they shipped him over here to do the life sentence, because they're extremely racist in Australia. Yeah, it's like ridiculous. Shout out to Lee Priest, my favorite Australian. But that's the truth, bro. And honestly, bro, if people put money on my Cash App, money sign Big Sid 81, whoever sends the most, I will send you this dart gun with 6 darts loaded with poison. How you like that? So I hope you guys enjoyed that story. asthma so bad. I'm gonna be doing the ghost story tomorrow. But remember, make sure you get things right. Read your Bible and stuff, because some of y'all won't make it through my next ghost story. Literally, this ghost story, the last time I told it, 6 people died. Be prepared. This is OBG Big Sid saying, those Zannies are kicking in.